Good afternoon. Welcome to the Midday Mull for Monday, the 25th of March. With Mick Shane, we keep working our way through the book of Proverbs, today reading chapter 12. And as I read through it, I thought it's so full of basic common sense. You read it and there's some verses which jump out at you, but there's so many others that you just read and sort of, well, of course, that's obvious. And yet we need to be reminded of them. And it's also an encouragement to know that often common sense, doing the right, the sensible, the common sense thing has God's blessing. Verse 1 of chapter 12 says, "Whoever loves discipline loves knowledge, but whoever hates correction is stupid." And that's a theme that you see throughout the book, where the wise person will listen, will take advice, will be corrected, will take reproof well. The foolish person would reject it. And we see that today. People that listen, take advice, change their ways according to what the advice they receive, they're the people that flourish. And there are people that will reject it completely and inevitably shipwreck themselves. A few verses later, the writer says, "Better to be a nobody and yet have a servant than pretend to be somebody and have no food." Again, we think, yeah, that's obvious. But there are many people in the world today who don't actually live that out. Now, they might not have servants but have food, but I'm aware of people that will go out of their way to make sure they have the latest model of the best car, and they are seen driving this car, and this is an important thing. But when you dig a little deeper, you find, oh, no, they can't pay school fees because they struggle with that. And I've heard of people that had a marvelous house, but speaking to the domestics, they say, oh, no, if you go upstairs to the bedrooms, it's not quite so marvelous. Downstairs, the public view is good. Other places, not so much. And the writer of Proverbs says, better to be a nobody than pretend. And that is absolutely true. And then a bit further on, it says, anxiety weighs down the heart, but a kind word cheers it up. And we see that so often in the world. There's so many people that are anxious and that have, if not anxiety, that they have all sorts of other things which are weighing down their heart. But anxiety is a big thing. People worrying about all sorts of uncertainties, worrying about realities that they can't do anything about. And sometimes we look and think, oh, what can you do? A kind word is what is needed. And so often I found that when struggling, somebody just getting alongside you, saying something, they don't do anything, they don't change anything, but just that word of encouragement makes a big difference. So enjoy the Proverbs. Take the common sense wisdom and live it out. That way you'll be a blessing to others and you will be blessed as well.